Welcome back to Trail Days 2018. I'm here at Toaks. We missed him last year and actually had a chance to catch up with Whitney, and he's going to take us through some of the things that they're really excited about, what's new, and a few other things. So why don't you take it away?
All right. Well, for those of you not familiar, Toaks Outdoors is a 100% titanium brand. It's been in the market now for 8 years. We are factory direct. We own our own factory. We have our own designers. And we have a couple new things in our line. So I'm going to start here with our mug collection. So this is our new 450 milliliter double wall titanium mug. So it is insulated. We're one of the few companies that can actually weld and do vacuuming on titanium ourselves. So this is a pretty nice, exciting product for those who want a mug they can sip out of without burning their mouth or also keeping the beverage warm. We listened to a lot of product feedback last year from our customers, and we now do our 450 milliliter mug with a lid. So the lid, just like all of our lids, has the locking point to hold it up, steam vents inside, and fits nicely right on top. So that's our new 450 milliliter lug. We've also taken the time to add graduation measurements on the side of most of our pots and cookware now. So that's a new feature this year, and it'll help you be able to measure out proper amounts when you're cooking in the backcountry. For those that are very weight conscious, we have our 550 milliliter light. So our whole light series, we make a couple different sizes, a 550, a 650, 700. And the reason they're light is we use a thinner wall titanium to create the lightweight. So the line has different varieties. The one thing with the lightweight pots are they do have a little bit more flex. So if you are someone who's not very delicate with your gear, you might consider just buying our standard line for the slight weight penalty. And here's our 550 mug, or our other 550 pot. It's just our standard. This pairs very well with an Esbit stove that we have here. We actually have an Esbit stove system you can buy that you get a 550 pot, our Esbit stand stove, a windscreen, and one of our foldable sporks. So that kit comes all together for someone who's maybe going to be hiking out west where an alcohol stove is not legal and is looking for an alternate, and Esbit is a really good choice. Going right along our line, here at Trail Days, probably our most popular stove we sell to thru hikers has been our 750 milliliter pot. What we have here is our Bay Helena pot, designed to be able to be held over an open fire, maybe if you want to use a campfire or wood fire system. It also has the lockable lid with the steam vents and the double handles on the side. And just like all of our other pots, as I mentioned, we've added graduation on the side. So we're using this to measure water for a prepackaged freeze-dried meal, makes a lot of the guesswork out of it. Stepping on up to our next size would be a 1300. This has been a pretty popular pot too. This has the double handles with the silicone coating to be able to hold it out. It has the bail top and also the other top. So a couple of different varieties. This works really well if you're going to be cooking with maybe 2 people on trail. Maybe you're a couple together. You don't want to try to get too small of a pot. I'd recommend going up a little bigger, so the 1300 is really good for that. A couple other things we're pretty excited about. This here is our siphon alcohol stove. I started testing this stove about 6 years ago when Toaks first was bringing it to the market. I find it to be about 30% more efficient than the other commercially bought alcohol stoves I've had in the past. It's a double wall system. You can burn denatured alcohol. You can burn yellow heat. You can burn isopropyl. You can burn Everclear 151. No moving parts. Due to the double wall nature of the siphon system, it quickly heats the gas to the point where it atomizes out of these little holes. And it's probably my favorite stove that we make in our line. A new thing that we are pairing with that stove this year now is our new pot stand windscreen. This is all titanium. You can configure it in 4 pieces or 3 depending on the diameter of your pot. We've been testing these a lot. It does also act as somewhat of a windscreen, but if you're going to be in a very windy environment, I would recommend pairing it with one of our titanium windscreens. So we do have our titanium windscreens here. It's a pretty simple design. It's just a foil sheet of titanium with holes at the bottom to allow airflow. And you can customize, fit it to the size you need. You can put crimps in it to be able to hold its position or just wrap it around your pot. And then our award-winning wood stoves are pretty exciting too for those that have never used one or maybe been familiar with other wood stoves in the past like the Brush Buddy. This wood stove here is our large model. In 2015, it won the Outdoor Industry Award in Friedrichshafen, Germany's outdoor show. The nice thing with this stove is it packs up very nicely and it'll fit inside one of our 1,100 pots. To put it together, you just simply pull this out, flip it over, drop your firebox down. You can start a small fire in here. You place this in once the fire starts going, and then it has a feeder hole for new twigs and material to be burned through there. Because of its double wall nature, it gasifies the wood, creating very hot heat in a very short amount of time for a very efficient and clean burn. Rounding out the Toaks line, we do have 4 different steaks that we offer in the marketplace right now. We have the nail steak, which is going to be your thicker diameter steak. It has this nice rope to pull here. The nice thing with the nail steak is in rocky soil, you can actually take a rock and pound that down a little bit without too much fear of bending them heavily. Also for rocky soil, but a little bit more of a delicate steak would be our titanium shepherd steaks. Just your standard shepherd hook. It's very lightweight. This is our lightest steak that we make. Great holding stability. For those hiking in more sandy or loose soil, we offer 2 varieties of a V-steak. We have our narrow V-steak here and our wide V-steak here. I personally use the wider V-steak as my front and back steak on my shelter system because it has really good holding power. And then I use the smaller V-steaks on the side for my side guy-outs. So in all, that's pretty much some of the new stuff we have here at Trail Days that we're showing off, some of the thru-hiker favorites. You can check out our website, toaksoutdoors.com, to see our full line available, either direct from us or retailers near you.
Awesome. So if you were through hiking starting tomorrow, what stove would you bring in on the AT?
If I was through hiking tomorrow starting the AT, I would probably bring our Toaks titanium alcohol stove. It's a stove I used on the CDT. It's a stove I used on numerous other shorter through hikes. I find it very efficient. Me and my partner on the CDT went through the Bob Marshall Wilderness with this stove here. We cooked twice a day for 2 people, and we used 24 ounces of fuel for a week. So very efficient stove.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, Whitney.
All right.
Well, thanks so much, man. Have a happy Trail Days.
Thanks, you too. You guys have a great day.